Hey guys, this is Nina. Today we are going to talk about the difference between lime wash and acrylic paint. Alright, so let me tell you what happened to me this week. I had a sandblaster come over, third generation, to quote me on how much it would cost to sandblast lime washed a thin layer of hydraulic lime mortar from the house. And the guy looked at me and said, you know, I'm a third generation of sandblaster. I have never heard of lime wash or lime mortar. I have no idea what you are talking about, and I want to know, how do you even know about these things? So the guy looks at me and I'm thinking, oh man, how do I even explain this to you? So, alright, I just thought it was sad. It was kind of sad. Okay, so I'm not going to go into that. So today we're going to talk about lime wash. What is lime wash? It is not food. I mean, it could be used as a food. No, it is not citrus. There is a citrus called lime, but there is also a stone called limestone. Okay, limestone comes from lime quarries, and then limestone is burned to very high temperatures to create something called slaked lime. Slaked lime is a highly reactive substance combined with water. It creates temperatures over 200 Celsius within few seconds. Okay, and then you get a product called hydrated lime or lime putty. All right, so hydrated lime, what is hydrated lime? All right, so I put a little sample for you guys here to see. It looks like this. Hydrated lime looks like flour. Okay, like that cheap, crappy, white, unhealthy flour you buy in supermarkets, all right, that most people use, all right, for baking baked goodies. Anyway, it looks like this. Hydrated lime. All right. So, what happens? How do you get lime wash? Okay, you use this hydrated lime. You mix it with water, and you apply it on the wall. Okay, it's like a white paint. You get lime wash. Now, why is this green? Because this is a green mineral tinted lime wash. What they did, they added mineral tint to white lime wash, natural mineral green tinted mineral, and they got a green color in 1940s on this house. Basically, I mean, so how do you explain to people what exactly is lime wash? Okay, so basically, what does it mean? It's basically a calcium hydroxide combined with carbon dioxide from the air in the presence of moisture creates something called calcium carbonate. Alright, so when you are applying lime wash on your house, it reacts with water, it pulls carbon dioxide from the air, and it turns into calcium carbonate. Calcium carbonate is basically another word for limestone. Okay, right, so what happens is you're technically applying limestone on your house, onto your house, and you're getting lime washed house. You can add different colors. You can add green, blue, pink, whatever the heck you want, or you can just leave it white. Okay, now somehow this house, whoever was building in 1940s, decided they wanted to make it look green. I guess there was a thing in 1940s that people just like green houses, whatever. Alright, so what is acrylic paint? It's this crap here. See? It's plastic. Alright? It's plastic. It's another word for something produced by petrochemical industry by using oil or whatever the crap they use to create plastic, and people buy that stuff in liquid form. They put it on their houses and they paint their houses with that crap. All right, now why am I calling it crap, and why am I getting all these weird looks from everybody basically? All right, when I say that acrylic paint is the worst shit you can put on your house, why? Man, how do you explain it to people? Well, let me try it this way. Right, see this here. All right, these are leftovers of acrylic paint. on this house. So what acrylic paint does, I don't know if you can see, oh, it's not really well visible. Okay, yeah. See this stuff here is moisture. I just pulled this little piece of acrylic off this wall, and what do I see? I see moisture, wet. This is wet, okay? So this moisture has been trapped in this piece here for who knows how long, and it's basically trapped there forever. I mean, there's no way to escape it. When you apply plastic onto your house, water stays there forever. I mean, it's just your wall will be wet forever. And what it will do, it will create different types of molds in your house, and you're going to get sick, you're going to get asthma, you're going to get all kinds of breathing, lung problems, and various other problems that mold causes. Now, why this happens and why Americans keep insisting on applying plastic onto their houses? I personally think it's laziness and ignorance. Laziness because it's easy, it's super easy. Plastic is super easy. Just spray it on a wall and it stays and it looks nice, visually nice, okay? Now, the health aspect, they really don't give a shit. These contractors are happy that you just pay them. They did their job in like half hour, painted their whole house and left. Yeah, okay. So what about lime wash? Lime wash, you cannot spray onto house. You gotta use brush. You gotta do it 4 or 5 days in a row. It takes a long time, okay? And that's why people don't lime wash their houses, even though they're better. Now, why is lime wash house better? Now you're looking at me like, okay, I get it. Plastic is bad, traps moisture in the wall, causes structural problems on the house, and all of this stuff. Okay, I get it. But what about lime wash? Why is lime wash better? Alright, so let me tell you what happens, right? Now let me show you this. Alright, this is lime washed wall. I just sprayed a little bit of water on it, and it looks wet, right? It's like, oh my god, it's taking water in, it's soaking it up, and it's gonna make my house wet. Oh my god, oh my god. This is plastic, alright? This is acrylic paint. Let me see if you can see this. It's, I mean, the water is like instantly dripping down, and yeah, that's basically what's happening. Now, okay, so for those people who don't know anything about lime wash, they're now freaking out. Oh my god, it just rained and made my house wet. Oh no, what just happened? Okay, so what just happened is that calcium carbonate, which is another word for dried out lime wash, just took some moisture in, at the same time soaking up carbon dioxide from the air, and it is pulling it into the surface layer of its structure, and creating new calcium carbonate crystals. Okay, it's repairing itself. It is not letting it inside of the wall. Okay, so lime wash will actually keep your house dry. It will not pull moisture inside of the wall and just send it into your living room and make your wall wet. No, it will keep it on the surface. And what it is doing now, it is basically creating a chemical reaction, okay? So it's repairing itself, basically. It's pulling soluble salts out of the substrate. The substrate, I mean, it could be your wall, your brick, your concrete block, whatever it is. If you have any salts in it, it is using this moisture to pull those salts out onto the surface, and at the same time repair its structure, crystallize, and in the long term create calcite crystals. Calcite crystals are basically, it's a type of crystal that forms on the surface of lime washed house, creates sort of a three-dimensional look of the house because it's reflective. It reflects the sun, keeps your house 10 degrees cooler, and a lot of other really, really, really cool things. Okay, so you see how this is drying out? All right, so the water is not actually getting inside of your house. It is staying on the surface. It is reacting with carbon dioxide from the air, and it is actually like making small microscopic repairs to its structure. Okay, so that's what's going on with lime wash. What it does, let's say if it rains and your house got flooded, or I don't know, like you forget to turn off water in your house and you just had like 2 feet of water in your house, what it will do, if there's no plastic, if you have lime wash on the outside surface of the wall and there's no drywall or plastic inside of your house, it will pull that water out through the wall, through the block, I mean, if you know, or a brick, or these parts of the wall, and it will pull the moisture out onto the surface toward the outside and dry out your wall, and in the process repair itself and recrystallize, remineralize, whatever you want to call it. So it is amazing, amazing, amazing thing. Okay, see, it dried out basically. It's really, really fast how this happens. So people don't know anything about this. They see lime wash house, it rains, you know, it looks wet, and people are like, oh my god, these poor people inside are, you know, soaking in moisture wet walls. No, we're not. We're actually quite happy, and we're breathing very well, much better than you who have plastic on the house, okay, inside and outside. So when you put water on acrylic, it looks instantly dry and water just drips down. But what happens is water comes in through the soil, okay, comes in through the base of your house when it rains, and it goes inside of the block. I mean, it's just a natural thing. It happens to all houses, no matter what your house is made out of. But it cannot escape. That moisture cannot escape if you have plastic on your house. It will not let it get out unless you remove that crap. All right. So basically, I hope that this is like the simplest possible way that I could explain it. I'm gonna do more videos on this, you know, trying to explain why you should never use acrylic paint on your house and why you should use lime wash instead. But this was just the simplest, most possible way for me to explain it. I don't know if this is very abstract or not. But this, you guys, was a common sense thing until basically after World War II, okay? So your grandparents probably lived in lime-washed houses and didn't use acrylic on their houses. Alright, so hope that explains it. I'm gonna do more videos on lime wash, limestone, whatever, and we're gonna talk more about that. Alright, so let me know if you have any questions. Right, bye.